Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Shooter take a shot deep. Open target. Got it. Her third. From left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch who's gonna step. He's gonna go for it. Fell from the sky into air. Nice hit.
Welcome everybody to the kickoff of season 18 as we got the #1 and defending champion Oklahoma State Cowboys coming into Atlanta and taking on the preseason #2 Miami Hurricanes. I'm your host Mike Peters. In the booth with me is Ryan Moreland, and this should be a great game to get us kicked off, Ryan.
Yeah, this is absolutely a fantastic matchup between these two teams. We talked about it on the podcast earlier, Mike. So much talent on both sides of the ball. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I expect both teams to find plenty of ability to move the football in this one.
Hey, I think that was you they showed when running onto the field. You guys are going to start with the ball here and taking a shot to the left. A little out route. Jackson Bug going to come up with a 6-yard pickup.
Jay Bug, the Eastern Michigan transfer, came over here in season 17 with a nice pickup there on the first play.
Empty backfield now, 3 down linemen. Gates from a standing position. They're going over the middle. That one is caught, and Buster Cox going to pick up 14 and the first down of the game.
Buster Cox played on defense on this team last year, Mike. Played a strong safety position. Now moving back over the wide receiver spot, and they like him there.
Pistol formation now. Moreland thrown to the right. Little slant pass, breaking a tackle, and picking up another first down is Devontae Hayes, a new name that we haven't seen on this team before.
It came over in season 17.
Or hadn't
Hayes
seen much from, I guess I should say. Not the usual suspect. Sorry. Handoff right up the middle. Ricky Hammer gets hit, and he's still on his feet as he picks up 5.
Kind of a Houdini move right there. He was down, then he was up, and then he was down again. But a nice run there by Ricky Hammer, 5-yard pickup. Oklahoma State's offense looking good so far.
Easy, Roggy. I meant that he wasn't the typical guy that we see out there. A new name getting involved more often. Richard Satchel, the tight end, coming up with a pass there. Moreland 4 for 4 to start this drive, and Oklahoma State driving right down to the 33. 3 receivers bottom of the screen now. Going to go with a little screen, and good defensive play there to break that up, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was a little high, and probably lucky for Moreland that it was a little high as the defender was right on top of it right there.
So far, Gates and Lacey haven't made much of an impact. This run trying to go outside, and Noah Shake is able to come up and make the tackle. So now a long 3rd and 14 coming up here for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, this Miami defense tightened up here as they got closer and closer to the short end of the field. This one's going to be a tough 3rd and 14.
So 3rd and 14 from the 37. Moreland moving around, get pressured. It's Gates comes in off of the edge, playing defensive end, and he gets his first sack on a 3rd and long, and that's going to bring the Cowboys' drive to an end, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, not only bringing it to an end, but they probably had a chance at a field goal before the sack, or at least somewhere in that territory. After the sack, no chance. As you see the punt team out there, they're going to have to give this ball away. No points on the opening drive after a promising start.
And this one is punted, bounces at the 4, but goes through the back of the end zone. And so now we're going to see Miami's offense for the first time. They are loaded at wide receiver. You got Deuce Bolden, Tyson Steele, Delmas Williams, and Jamar Carr. As they're going to start by running it, that's Gabriel Ziegler who will take it to the left side, and they'll start with a gain of 7.
Yeah, nice pickup on the first play right there. 7-yard gash. You love that if you're an offensive coordinator, especially over here at Miami. Big pickup right there.
Looks like Oklahoma State might be bringing a blitz safety down in the box. They do bring him picked up, though, and that one is gotten rid of out of the backfield is Ziegler again. He'll pick up 8 and a Miami first down.
I saw Rogie on the hit there, dropped back with the blitz. You don't see the big fella back in coverage very often.
Well, no, but I imagine this season you guys are going to be utilizing those guys a little bit differently as well, based on what I've seen from you guys so far. 1st and 10, play fake, and Walker going to throw it to the left, but taking a step backwards is Deuce Bolin. He had room to work, but lost track of the sideline, steps out after a gain of 5.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mike. He had a lot of room to work. Shout out to that guy in chat with the 100-bit cheer, but he had easily a first down, probably a decent amount more than that.
Hype train is at 33% of level 3, getting going already as that pass into the flat goes to Zay Ryan. And coming up is Wrangler Brown to make that stop, going to be a 3rd and 5. You guys, we do have new rewards in the sport, or in the Twitch rewards right now. The CFSL long sleeve t-shirts, the CFSL hoodies, and the PS3s preloaded with our version of Revamped are available on the Twitch redemption. So if you guys redeem any of those, make sure to screenshot it and send it to Frosty along with your name and address and size if you're ordering apparel. This drive going to come to the end for Miami, so both teams having to punt on their first drives of the game. That is out of bounds, but will not be a for the brand moment, as that's going to net about 25 yards as a punt.
Yeah, against the brand moment right there. Not what they were hoping for, as we see 100-bit cheer from Gene and from that guy again. Thank you, guys.
Hey, congrats. Ali says her favorite broadcasters in the booth. She must be talking about you, as Moreland gets hit there, and that one falls incomplete.
I have a suspicion that she's not, but I appreciate it anyway.
Fozzie is accepting the challenge on that revamped version of PS3, looking to collect 250K in channel points. As Moreland get pressure here, going to check this one down into the flat as Hammer looking for some room, going to pick up 7. Somehow Jay Gates is over there to make the tackle, and it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Jay Gates, man, deceptively fast for how big he is.
Hi, Fozzie. Back to pass now, Moreland out of the pistol, going to a slant to the right, and that one is caught. Devontae Hayes getting involved early and often here, picking up 7 and a first down.
Yeah, nice pickup on first down right there. Another 100-bit cheer, this time from Stacy Smith. We appreciate you, as they're now over the midfield.
Is that Adam's wife? I assume it's Adam's wife. I don't think Travis's wife is in here, as Jackson Bug going to pick up 8.
It must be that guy throwing out. He says yes.
Okay.
And 100 bits from himself.
So are they going against each other? Who can put the most Twitch channel points or the Twitch bits in the chat now? Is that a competition in that household? Run up the middle by Hammer, but gets wrapped up and stopped for no gain. Going to be 3rd and 1. Caleb Taylor in on the tackle.
If it is, Stacy's got to step her game up. That guy getting, although he says he hopes not.
We'll see how that plays out. Moreland back to pass here on 3rd and 1, going over to the left. That one is caught, and trying the gain some extra yards was Ricky Hammer. He will get the first down, and Oklahoma State using that varied pass offense, moving the ball around to different receivers, keeping this defense on its toes. Just under 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go here, and that passes to the right. Oh, nice cut back inside. Hannity fumbles the ball. It was Billy Hendricks, picks up the first, loses the ball, but it goes out of bounds, and it will be an Oklahoma State first down.
Oh, Adam's heart just skipped a beat right there, as I'm sure Billy's did as well. They got lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Read option coming up here and trying to break a tackle, but not able to. Daniel Winston reads it nice. Another member of that powerful defensive line here for Miami, and they get the stop, and it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Winston transferred over from Michigan here after the season 16 season. Had a great year here last year.
Pistol formation, 3 receivers to the bottom. Moreland going to take off and run. Lacey, the first man in, gets brought down by Candace Navarro. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And now, once again, what looked like a promising drive for Oklahoma State, going to be looking at a 3rd and long to keep it going.
Yeah, 3rd and long, and especially on the short end of the field, these are not easy to pick up, although they have been successful on 3rd down, 2 of 3 so far.
Staying in that pistol formation, dropping back, moving around in the pocket, get pressure off the backside. That is Lacey White with her first sack as a Miami Hurricane. We see Gates get one on 3rd and long last drive. Lacey comes up with one this drive, and both of those lead to ends of the drive. This one, though, is short enough for a field goal attempt. So it's going to be a 47-yard attempt here for Preston Rude, the right-footed kicker from the right hash. That kick is up. It's a line drive, and he misses it. I thought he had that, and it hooks outside of that left upright, just misses it, and no points still on the board for Oklahoma State after 2 drives.
Mike, I want to point out Preston Reed was 41 of 41 on field goals last season. The miss starting off, so 0-1 to start.
Not a good sign if you're an OK State fan, as Deuce Bolden now picks up 11 on his second catch of the night, and it's a first down across the 40 for Miami.
5 of 5 for 26 yards so far to start the night for Mateo Walker. We talked a lot about him in pregame and how talented he is, and man, he's just got to be salivating with all these weapons out in front of him.
Shotgun now, 2x2 set. They're going to go with the play fake. Walker moving around, throwing it to the right. That one is wide open, down inside the 20, taking it to the house. Jamar Carr, welcome to Miami.
Yeah, Carr blows Rashawn Ryland off the line here, gets that separation, and takes it all the way to the house. The new addition on this team transferred over from Michigan, and they are glad to have him as he's going to score the first touchdown of the game and of the season for the Hurricanes.
Well, we wondered when the Lacey and Carr would make their presence felt. On the second drive, Lacey gets a sack to bring up a long field goal attempt that they missed. And then the first play on the next drive, Carr, big touchdown. And that's got Miami up 7-0. 2:56 to go here in the first quarter. Now, what do you guys got to do differently offensively, Ryan?
I think a lot of the same. I mean, the drives have worked for Oklahoma State. They're moving the ball very effectively down the field. It's just when they've gotten in the short field, the drives have come to a halt. You have to figure out how to be successful in that short end of the field. They've gone to a lot of like quarterback runs or plays breaking down and forcing the quarterback to run. Maybe stick with the pass. Maybe get some hammer involved when you get in the short field.
They're going empty backfield to start their third drive of the game. Moreland get pressure brought by Gates. He's just going to throw that one away, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, did not have much time right there, and it was well defended. Throws it way over the head of Billy Hendricks right there.
3 receivers, bottom of the screen now. Moreland back to pass again. Get pressure by Lacey. Going to get rid of that one. And it is incomplete. Now it is a long 3rd and 10. And on this drive, they haven't yet got a first down. They're 2 for 4 on 3rd downs. But these long 3rd downs with Lacey and Gates out there have made it very interesting. Dropping back here. They're going to try with the halfback screen and hit as he throws. Not able to get that one off clean. Candace Navarro coming in on the blitz. And for the 3rd time in 3 drives, Oklahoma State's going to have to kick to end the drive.
Yeah, this was a great pressure right here. And if you're going to run this screen against this defensive line, you have to be quick with it. That time, Moreland hold on to the ball for too long. It's just not going to be effective. And it's going to cost them the possession of the football, but it's also going to set Miami up with great field position here.
Tyrone Blake, the backup running back and punt returner, getting that out to the 46 of Oklahoma State. And they're going to come out in the shotgun here. Walker looking, going to throw it to the right. Jump ball, and it's picked off by Oklahoma State. They're bringing it back the other way, cutting to the outside, and brought down at the 45. That is Jake Price, the 5-star freshman, coming up with the pick.
Huge play right there by Jake Price. It was starting to feel, Mike, like maybe momentum was going to shift in a big way towards Miami. This interception throws the momentum back at least a little bit towards Oklahoma State's side. And Jake Price, obviously the freshman, first career interception, and it didn't take him very long.
Well, Oklahoma State having trouble getting points on the first 3 drive. Now their defense steps up with the big play. What can they do with the handoff to Hammer? Tries to go outside. Navarro's there to bring him down after a gain of 4.
Yeah, watch Navarro in this play. Kind of sets behind the line there, kind of hidden, and then jumps out and attacks as soon as Hammer breaks through the line. Great job on that, although it will still get them 4 yards.
A lot of speed on this defense. We see that. Candace Navarro, obviously we've talked about the offense or the defensive line, and we're seeing it early on in this one. Back goes out into the backfield. They're going to throw it that way. They find him. Nice little over-the-shoulder catch there. They're only going to pick up 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, just led him too far right there. He came up with a nice catch. So it was pretty on the end of it, but only a 2-yard gain.
And the hype train completed level 4 it looks like. So appreciate everybody that got in on the hype train. Buster Cox, his second catch is a first down out to the 35.
Yeah, now they're down in this short end of the field now. Can they keep this going?
87 viewers currently. Come on, we got to get that up over 100. You guys go tag your locker rooms. Get people in. It's the first game of season 18, and it's between the top two teams in the country as of right now. We got to get more people in there. You guys go tag your locker rooms, go knock on your neighbor's door, whatever you got to do. 2nd and 6 now coming up here for Moreland. Play action, rolling to his right, taking a shot over the middle. That one is almost picked off by Jim Morris. Not able to bring it down, but almost disaster, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Almost the second career interception there for the sophomore. He had his first last year in a game against Pitt.
Moreland now on 3rd and 6. Got time. Throw it to the left. Finds his receiver. Touchdown, Devontae Hayes.
The junior from Kansas City, Missouri, in transfer from Kent State, picking up a huge play. It'll be his 8th career receiving touchdown, and this one wide open, a breakdown of the defense. The safety does not come over in nearly enough time, and a big play to help tie this game up.
So a big answer by Oklahoma State as they knock this one up 7-7 here in Atlanta. 1:16 to play, and we're starting all over at 0 basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mike, if you go back to that interception, like I said, at that point, it felt like Miami was starting to take control of the game a little bit. If they score on that drive, make it a 2-possession game, that interception looms large now with Oklahoma State turning it into a scoring drive.
Tyson Steele, one of that plethora of talented receivers for this Miami team on the return. Not able to get out to the 20, though. Good job by the Oklahoma State special teams. Walker is going to hand this one off to Ziegler, and he tries to go outside, wrapped up and brought down by Ryshawn Ryland, and it's going to be a gain of 7.
Another nice pickup. So far, 2 carries, both of them going for 7 yards. Maybe getting Ziegler a little bit more involved wouldn't hurt. I mean, obviously, so far, so good.
3 receivers out there this time. Walker going to look to pass again. Oh, tries to go on a little in route, and great defense there. Tight coverage, and that's going to fall incomplete. So now a short 3rd and 3. Miami 0 for 1 on 3rd down so far in this game. They got 3 receivers, tight end offset to the right. They'll bring him in motion, going right to left. Here's a snap. Walker looking, gonna check it down to the left. Ziegler's got room, and he picks up the first down and extends the drive for the Hurricanes.
And nice pickup right there. Very good job. Pressure was coming off of that left side. Didn't phase them at all. Good pass and good pickup.
Logan checking in chat. What's up, buddy? Hope everything's going well with you. Little bubble screen to the outside, fighting hard for yards, but not much room to maneuver. Deuce Bolden will pick up 3.
Yeah, tried to get it there. Big man, broken tackle right there. And hey, shout out to Logan. It's good to see him.
So 2nd and 7 now, under 20 seconds to go. Little wide receiver screen, breaking a tackle. It's Carr off to the races, trying to outrun the defender, but he's brought down from behind by Devin Rudisell. And a big catch there. 2 big plays for Jamar Carr early on in this one.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We haven't seen a lot of them so far in this game, Mike, but what we have seen has been explosive. Great big chunk play right here. Going to move them deep into Oklahoma State territory.
AMK with the 100-bit cheer. We appreciate you. Ball down to the 34 now of Oklahoma State. Miami in those all-black unis, sitting in the shotgun, read option. Walker going to take it up the middle, looking for some room, and he'll go down after a gain of 7. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. What a game we have here in Atlanta. It's all tied up at 7. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on Twitch. We'll be back in a moment. Started the second quarter, and they're going to hand it off to the outside, and Tyrone Blake getting the carry there. Only going to pick up 2, but it's going to bring up a short 3rd and 1 here for the Hurricanes. Coming out in the shotgun with Ziegler offset to the left, and they fake it to him. Walker looking to pass, got time, throws it left, and it's almost picked off by Wrangler Brown. And that is going to bring up a 4th and 1.
Yeah, pressure was starting to come to him right there. Kind of forced a pass. Was lucky it didn't cause him there. But, ooh, did they pick up a first maybe? No, going the other way.
False start on the offense. So that's going to push them back 5 yards. And it's going to make this field goal a little bit longer, but it does turn it into a 47-yard attempt. We already saw Oklahoma State miss one of these. Obviously, we're indoors, so there's no wind. This one by Waylon Wright is up, and he nails it home. So 25 seconds into the second quarter, and Miami goes up 10-7.
Yeah, taking their lead back, and there is no wind. Maybe the air conditioner was just blowing a little hard the first time that Preston Reeves tried to kick, but great kick there by Waylon Wright. He'll start the season off perfect, 1 for 1.
Well, he was 41 of 41 last season, so you could say he was probably due to miss. Although maybe if you miss your first of the season and no more, we'll see. If that turns out to be, if Miami wins by 3, then that could really come back to bite you. We'll see how it plays out. Moreland in the pistol formation here to get this drive started. Looking to pass, gonna check it down underneath, and that one almost picked off by Nathan Reno.
Yeah, Reno just sat there and was just waiting for him to throw that pass, baited him into it. Almost came up with a huge interception.
Safety coming down in the box, blitzing, they barely get the handoff off, and nowhere to go for Hammer as he is brought down quickly by Reno once again. He's heating up in the second quarter, and it's going to be another long third down here for the Cowboys.
Yeah, back-to-back huge plays here for Nathan Reno. Just explodes through there. They were not ready for the blitz at all. And like you said, 3rd and 13, a difficult one to convert coming up.
We're glad to have CFSL back as well, Hayden. And we're glad you guys are all back tuning in as Moreland gets tripped up. Going to go down for another sack on the third down. This time it's Gate, his second on a 3rd and long. And that's going to bring this Cowboy drive to an end.
It looks like he tried to tuck the ball there and run, but his own running back got into his way, slowed him down. Gates going to come in and finish him off right there. That's going to force the punt right there. And, man, with any kind of return, you have to expect Miami's going to have some great field position right here.
You would think they will. It's going to be fielded at the 43. And let's see what Blake can do. He's able to get 8 up the middle, but it is across midfield. So for the second drive tonight, Miami's going to start on the Oklahoma State side of the field. They'll start officially at the 48. They'll come out here in the shotgun, and they're going to pump fake to the outside. Now take a shot to a corner round. That was a dangerous throw. Good coverage there on the outside as Wrangler Brown on the coverage. Going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Wrangler Brown was back there waiting. He was just waiting for that play to happen. Good job getting a hand in.
2nd and 10 now. Walker making an adjustment at the line. Drops back, going to go over the middle off the hands of Ziegler. Incomplete. And now we're going to see Miami in one of these 3rd and longs. What can the Oklahoma State defensive line do here?
Yeah, let's see if they can get some pressure. So far tonight, we really haven't seen a ton of pressure generated for Oklahoma State.
Hand them all right up the middle. They try to go with a draw play, and nothing doing as Rogalski comes through with the mammoth hit. And Oklahoma State is going to force the punt.
Well, just as I say they can have no pressure, Rogalski explodes into the backfield, making me look silly right there. But it is going to bring out the punt unit. So given great field position right there, wasn't able to do a whole lot with it.
That punt fielded at the 19, but able to be brought up the sideline by Juani Santos. And so now Oklahoma State, they're 1 for 4 on converting points on their drive so far. Moreland not having a bad game, 13 of 19, 139. It's those 3rd downs which are coming back to bite them, especially the long ones. We'll see what they do here. Starting at the 27 officially. Receiver coming in motion, that's Jackson Buck. They'll look to him on the screen. Now they pump fake, taking a shot deep to the right. Got an open receiver, wide open. Inside the 20, down inside the 15 is Devontae Hayes.
Yeah, they went to that pump fake on the outside and got everybody to freeze for a second on the defense and then take the deep shot over the top. It's going to work just as it was drawn up right there. And Moreland able to get rid of it right before Lacey White gets her hands on him. But a big chunk play right there, and they're going to be setting up shop in the red zone.
Devontae Hayes making a name for himself in the first game of season 18, already over 100 yards receiving. Moreland back pass here, going to throw that one out to the left. That goes to Buck. He steps out, and that'll be a gain of 3.
Yeah, just a 3-yard pickup right there. I mean, you can't be too mad about moving in the right direction, but I don't think if they could have gotten the ball out a little bit quicker, he had room, obviously, and I think that was the goal, just did not get that done.
Little screen pass out to the right. That one is Hayes, and he's going to pick up 3, which will lower that 26-yard average that he had before.
Already over 100 yards in this game. A lot of that thanks, obviously, to that huge play that set him up here, but a big 3rd down looming now.
I do have to correct myself. Hayes had 70 catches last season. I don't know why I didn't remember that. That pass underneath goes to Billy Hendricks. He will pick up 5, and it's 1st and goal now for Oklahoma State, the first team to be on a 1st and goal so far tonight. They're going to come out in that pistol full house set, and we'll see what Moreland and company do. They're going to hand it off straight up the middle. Ricky Hammer dropped for no gain. Gates in on the tackle. Actually, Lacey White credited with it.
Yeah, it looked like Nathan Reno got in there first, but Lacey White obviously going to finish off Jay Gates, as you said, in there as well. Tough sledding up the gut right there on this defense.
So pistol formation, 3 receivers to the right, and going to hand it off. Hammer straight up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
It didn't work the first time. They weren't afraid to go right back to it. Let's get Hammer up the middle. This time, it's going to work. Oklahoma State going to take the lead back here after a nice drive. And then the big play of that drive being that big throw out to Hayes that set them up in a good spot. And Oklahoma State now 14 with this kick to 10.
Oklahoma State getting that touchdown right as we hit 100 viewers here on Twitch. We appreciate all you guys tuning in for the opening night, season 18 of the CFSL. I still think we could do better than 100. So if you guys haven't already tagged your locker rooms or went and knocked on your neighbor's door, let's go ahead and do that before the game is over. Tyson Steele, 29 yards on the return, and now Miami trailing for the first time tonight. Do you think that's going to affect how they look at this drive?
I mean, obviously, it's early in the game. You don't want to try to force anything. I think that Mateo Walker's been around long enough to know that.
Jamar Carr, they try to go to the screen on the outside, but 2 guys in on that, including Wrangler Brown and Ryshawn Ryland. If you're trying to throw a wide receiver screen, those are the 2 guys you probably don't want to do it against.
And really the first time we've seen a disappointing play. I mean, every time they've gone to Jamar Carr, it's been huge plays. This time, not the case.
Shotgun 3 wide now here for Walker, and he's going to pump fake on the outside, trying to do what Oklahoma State did earlier, but he's going to throw that in the triple coverage, and it is picked off. What an interception on the deflection, and who came down with that? I did not. Oh, I thought it was, who is that?
That's Devin Rudisell, the middle linebacker, that's going to come up with it right there.
The 96 throwing me off all the way downfield. Looks like a defensive lineman. He's a linebacker, gets all the way back there. Ryland deflects it, and Rudisell comes up with it. So big play, second turnover for the Oklahoma State defense, and they're going to hand it off, and Ricky Hammer's paying the price. Miami's defense didn't appreciate that too much.
No, huge hit right there. I believe that was Cannon Savaro that comes down and just absolute hammer right there on Hammer.
13 rushes, 24 passes, already 37 plays here. We're not even halfway through the second quarter. And Moreland back to pass now. Going to check this one down to the left and trying to turn it upfield, and picking up the first down is Ricky Hammer.
Yeah, Hammer does a good job here of just falling forward. He got contacted about 2 yards short of the sticks and just kept his momentum going forward, kept those legs churning.
Allie says her mom is tuned in watching. Hi, Mom. Hope you guys are enjoying your break from The Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, whatever they're watching. I don't know. They do their Monday night thing. Hand off to Hammer. They are going to lose one. Gates in on the tackle is 3rd for a loss.
Gates does a good job here breaking off and getting to the running back in a quick, it was like a half-second break off and tackle really quick. And, I guess that's just what we expect from him at this point in his career.
Shotgun formation here on 2nd 11. Gates definitely high standards. Playing a defensive end, though. That time he gets caught in no man's land, but Buster Cox only able to pick up 2 and another 3rd and long here for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. They're not on that short field, so they have a little bit more room to work, but the pressure's coming.
Little screen, or what am I trying to say? A little crossing route. That's what I was trying to say. Richard Satchel comes up with it wide open over the middle, and he picks up the first for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they're going to get the tight end, the junior tight end out of Ocula, Florida, involved right there. Candace Navarro on the tackle, her 6th, but it will be enough for a first down.
Why does it not surprise me that Eastie has a ranking on the Bachelor products? 1st and 10, Morley going to take off and run. Got a blocker, and he slides down after a 9-yard gain. And it'll be 2nd and inches as we approach 4 minutes to go here in the first half.
Nice pickup, and saved himself from what looked like was about to be a brutal hit. Probably a smart business decision in his part.
Oh, blitz coming off of the edge for Miami. They pick it up, going over the middle. That one is caught. Turn it upfield, down inside the 5. Billy Hendricks, and another 1st and goal here for the Cowboys.
On the last drive, Billy Hendricks caught a pass to convert a first down and put him at the 3-yard line. He's going to do it again on this drive. Jim Morris will bring him down, but a nice play right there by the Cowboys. Jim
Morris sounds like a 38-year-old relief pitcher in the major leagues.
Oh, Jim Morris just has a nasty slider.
1st and goal here, read option. Moreland trying to take it himself, but he is going to be wrapped up by Nathan Reno and brought down for a loss of 3.
Yeah, good play there by Reno, and we've said his name a lot already tonight. We focus on the defensive line and what they have going up there, but Nathan Reno, Candace Navarro, you talk about linebacker pairings, they don't get much better than that.
Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the left. Moreland getting pressure, going to throw it down. He's got a touchdown. Billy Hendricks, touchdown, Cowboys.
That's the sophomore Billy Hendricks out of Rockford, Illinois. It'll be his 3rd career touchdown here for Oklahoma State. A nice pickup right there to cap off a nice drive. Oklahoma State now going to have their first 2-possession lead of the game.
Yeah, indeed. It's going to be an 11-point game pending the PAT, which we've had like 10,000 made and only 1 miss. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to be good. And it's going to be 21-10. Oklahoma State struggled on their first 3 drives, punted twice, missed the field goal, but now have figured out their offense, and they are leading 21-10 here late in the first half. And now you got to wonder, how is Miami's offense going to rebound? They've turned the ball over twice already. Has that gotten into the head of the play caller or their quarterback, Mateo Walker?
No, you got to not to let that happen, Mike. You have to come out here for Mateo Walker. You can't get it all back in one play. Play your brand of football. Give what the defense is willing to give you.
And they're going to start off here with a little screen pass, and that one is going to Isaiah Ryan. You don't often see the tight end screen, but that one works out. And they pick up 8, and somebody asked if somebody missed the PAT. I believe it was in season 1. It was a very windy game in the snow, and probably a kicker that wasn't very good. But if memory serves, we have missed 1 PAT in the history of the league. That pass out to Delmas Williams, first time we've called his name, as he picks up 3 and a first down.
Man, short yardage pickup right there, but it does enough to move the chains. That's exactly what you're looking for here. Not doing too much. Mateo Walker looking good so far on this drive.
Read option coming up here. Walker keeping himself. Got some decent blocks on the line, but Ryshawn Ryland coming up to make the tackle. A good 2A defender. He can play the run well, and he's also excellent in coverage. Makes the tackle there.
He made a big play there because Walker had a lot of room on the outside, and we've seen it before. He is dangerous with his feet. He can make you pay in big chunk yardage.
112 now viewing on Twitch. You guys are amazing. We appreciate those. Hopefully we see some more guys coming in the second half. Oh my goodness, another pick by this defense. That's Jordan Hooker, and he's going to take it to the house. Another touchdown for Oklahoma State.
Jordan Hooker, the sophomore out of Memphis, Tennessee, going to get his first career interception, and what a better way, there's no better way to end it, than ending it in the end zone. A huge play right there, and with the kick now, Oklahoma State going to go up 28-10.
I remember when somebody called Allie a hooker in league chat once, but I don't think they were referring to Jordan Hooker when they did it. Neither here nor there. 28-10, Oklahoma State leading late in the second quarter, and Miami has turned the ball over 3 times now, and it looks like they might be a little shell-shocked on offense. Ryan, do you agree?
A little bit. I think Mateo Walker's just, it started off really good and he looked really good, but as they started to separate a little bit, it feels like it is getting to him. He needs to come out here, take a deep breath. The play caller, get him a couple easy completions, get his head right, maybe get him running as well, as we know he can do a lot of damage there, and get back in this football game.
obviously this game is not over, but for anybody that doubted Oklahoma State and all the talent, it was just because of this or that, Oklahoma State knows what they're doing, and if this is not an example of that, you guys have to quit trying to sleep on them and put them into a smaller box and saying, oh, they're not as good. They know they are, and you guys got to figure out how to beat them. Now, obviously, a lot of game left, 18 points can definitely be overcome, but they definitely have the momentum in this game, and Miami is reeling a little bit. Pass to the right here, corner route, that one is caught, turning up fields. Zay Ryan with a nice pickup down the right sideline.
Oh, this was a great concept right here. The safety going to go down with the deep route, leaving him wide open. As you're going to see Rogie, big old Rogie back there.
I was going to say, that's probably not a good sign when Rogie's covering the tight end.
No, I think Rogie would tell you himself that's not something you want to see too often.
Well, they got to throw some wrinkles out there that they weren't expecting, I guess, and that was one of them. Three-man bunch to the left. Walker getting blitzed. They pick it up, throws it to the right, curl route, caught by Carr, and he's out of bounds with a 12-yard pickup and a first down.
I tell you what, I know that it hasn't been the start to Mateo Walker once, but he looks good on this drive, and they're moving the ball down the field now inside of the 30.
Down to the 29-yard line, staying in that shotgun formation. Ziegler to the right. They're going to bring Ryan in left, moving the left to right. Walker's going to drop back to pass, get pressure, going to check it down, goes to Ryan again, and turns on the afterburners, and that gets him a 9-yard gain as he runs away from Rogowski briefly.
Last year, Ryan spent his time as a backup. He's already outdone his production last year. I expect him to have a big season. I'm excited to see how he progresses.
Early, what do we call it? Most improved player. I was thinking comeback player of the year, but most improved player. Zay Ryan already making a case for that. That one swatted away. Going to be 3rd and 1. Miami only 1 for 4 on third downs so far, but this is a short one. They got to get inside the 20. Pump fake, looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone, touchdown. Delmas Williams, and Miami is back on the board.
Great catch right here. He does a good job of just slowly letting his body fall, keeping both feet in bounds, making sure he does not go out. A fantastic play right there by the junior out of Georgia. Just another look at it. Just nice job. Just slow your body down, get your hands out there, make a play.
Delmas Williams maybe a little overlooked on this team with Deuce Bolden, Tyson Steele, and Jamar Carr. But another big-time wide receiver on this Miami offense. He comes up with the touchdown there, and now he's got Miami back within 11-point lead. Not too much to overcome, especially with the whole half of football yet to play. And Oklahoma State's going to run this one out. A little confusion in the backfield as the blocker and the return man, Wani Sanos, run into each other, but he brings it out 20 yards. You look at Ryan Moreland there in the second quarter, and he has been phenomenal. 9 of 10, 116 yards and a touchdown, and a big reason for this turnaround by Oklahoma State taking the lead, of course, capitalizing on the turnovers for that defense. Moreland going to drop back to pass here, get pressured, and down he goes. Gates getting his 3rd sack of the game as he comes off the blind side.
Yeah, he was trying to throw the ball right there, got hit. Lucky probably to hold on to that football.
And now they're not going to kill time, which I thought maybe they would. They're going to check this one down out into the flat. Ricky Hammer trying to spin off a tackle, only going to pick up 1. Now Miami's going to take the timeout, try to get the ball back with some time on the clock.
Yeah, this would be big. Obviously getting another score before going into halftime.
Handoff straight up the middle, and Miami will call their second timeout as Hammer only gets 4. It's going to be 4th and 12, and if you look at that, the total yards almost exactly even. It's the 3 turnovers from Miami that are hurting them right now, but they got an opportunity to make this a 1-score game. Punt fielded at the 46, brought inside the 45 of Oklahoma State, still on his feet, and finally brought down is Tyrone Blake. 52 seconds and 1 timeout and 44 yards to go to make this a 4-point game.
You want to get this score, obviously, but you got to make sure, do not put the ball in a dangerous spot if you're Mateo Walker.
They definitely have to limit their turnovers here. Pressure off the outside and going down. Rogowski getting in there for the second time. Well, the second tackle for loss, first sack. And Miami has receivers all the way downfield, and they got to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Here's the play, pump fake, going to the right, and that one was dangerous, but it's caught by Steele for a gain of 4.
Yeah, it was Devin Rudisell on the tackle right there quickly.
Under 30 seconds to go. Miami on 3rd and 12, still going in the no huddle. They're going to throw it to the left. Oh, they got a receiver on the outside, Jamar Carr, but was his foot in? Will they take a look at it?
I was thinking the same thing. We're going to look at it right here before they decide if they're going to look at it or not. Ooh,
I don't think that's a
he has
catch.
that.
We'll see if they, the booth should review this one inside of 2 minutes, and they will. And unfortunately for Miami, I think this one's coming back.
Yeah, I think you're right here. You're going to see him kind of jump, leap to get his arms out there, and that foot comes down half in, half out.
Oh, well,
right
do
there.
they call his heel? That right heel, did that right heel come in? We'll see what they say. Nope. They are going to say the full foot has to come down. He did not get that full foot in, and that is going to be an incomplete pass. So on 4th and 12, Miami looking to try to make this a one-score game, and instead they're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, and now with 21 seconds, 2 timeouts, we're going to see how aggressive Oklahoma State wants to play this. But if I'm them, I'm okay taking this lead into halftime, just run the ball and get out of here.
Yeah, 15 seconds left. You do have 2 timeouts, but you're going to start from your own 25. You know, you could probably run 3 plays here, but it doesn't look like they're going to come out and clock kill. It looks like they're happy to hand the ball off to number 25 and get out of this first half with an 11-point lead. There goes Hammer. Oh, big run straight to the left, picking up 14. And Miami, or Oklahoma State rather, says, hold on a second. That's more than we expected. Let's go ahead and try to make something happen.
And now I think we're going to see him play aggressive after the big pickup.
Drop back. Well, now they go with the halfback screen. That's a curious call. And that does nothing. And now Oklahoma State's going to wave the white flag in this drive. Even though they'll hurry up, they are not going to call the timeout. And at the end of the first half, what an exciting first half it was. Oklahoma State up 28-17 as we head in to our first halftime show of the season. Ryan Moreland, you guys are up by 11. It's been a back and forth game. What did you make out of that first half?
Yeah, it's been a great first half. At the first, it was a real dogfight going back and forth. But you've talked about it during the broadcast, Mike. The interceptions, the turnovers have been the difference in this game so far. We saw a pick 6, obviously. We saw Jake Price come up with the first interception, which led to a scoring drive. That's really been the difference so far. Is Oklahoma State's playing a clean game to this point. Miami's had some issues with some turnovers.
Lacey points out where we were up to 113 a second ago, 110 right now. Good viewership, but I remember that game we got 185 several seasons ago, so that's always in my head. I always have like 150 in my head of where we should get to, but realistically, over 100 is definitely a good job there. Looking at the stats, very even statistically, as we've talked about repeatedly in that first half. The 3 turnovers for Miami are the big difference in this game and a big reason why the defending champs are taking an 11-point lead into the second half. That's it for our halftime show, and the defending champs are going to kick off to Miami to start the second half. We'll see what the Hurricanes can do. This one fielded about 3 yards deep, taken straight up the middle and out to the 22 by Tyrone Blake. And what do you want to see here, Ryan, from Miami in the second half to turn around what they did in the first half?
Mix in the running game a little bit. Get Ziegler involved. Get Mateo Walker involved in the running game as well. It's been working.
Well, they're going empty backfield here to start off, and they're going to throw this one over the middle to Delmas Williams, who gets an 8-yard catch, his 3rd of the game, and they start with an 8-yard gain, going to be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, I think if you can get that running game, it has worked. They haven't used it a lot, but when they have, it's been very effective.
Pistol formation now. Looks like they are going to run it to the outside. Ziegler trying to get to the outside, but Rudisell, he's too big there in the middle. Comes up, makes the stop just short of the marker.
A new follow by Yeah Buddy. We're excited to have you. Glad that you tuned in for this one. Has been a good game so far. I think we're in for an exciting finish as well.
Appreciate you, yeah Buddy. 3,317 followers now as that one goes out to Zay Ryan. He picks up 10 and converts the first down.
5 catches, 53 yards, over 10 yards a clip. This tight end's having himself a big night tonight. 1st and 10 out to the 42 now. And Walker getting pressure. Got to throw that one quick to the outside. That's Deuce Bolden, picks up 2 before he steps out of bounds. Just could not quite keep his body from going out of bounds right there, because it looked like if he could turn upfield, he had a little bit of room to work with.
Sometimes the momentum of those passes spin you around a little bit and you step out. 2nd and 8, going to go with a little screen pass. That one's Tyson Steele. He's fighting hard, still on his feet. Boy, he fought hard for that 2 yards.
He broke like 6 tackles on a 2-yard gain right there. I'm telling you what, that was wild.
That was a wild play. Great effort there for Tyson Steele. Empty backfield here on this 3rd and 6. Blitz coming over the jumping defender. That one's caught by Bolden, and he's off to the races. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Caught him a little flat-footed right there, and they're going to take advantage. A nice, beautiful touch pass over the top of the defense. Deuce Bolden's going to do the rest. No one anywhere close to come up with a play for Oklahoma State, and all of a sudden Miami is chipping their way back in this game with this extra point going through. It'll be less than a touchdown.
I mentioned at the time 18 points is a big deficit, especially coming off of 3 turnovers, but it's not one that's insurmountable in this league, and Miami's done a good job cutting into it. Now it is only a 4-point lead, a minute and a half here into the second half.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting now. How does Oklahoma State react to this? You kind of felt like you were in control of the game a minute ago. Now all of a sudden Miami's right back. How's this offense come out here, and what do they do with the ball on this drive?
Well, momentum plays such a big role in this game, and obviously Oklahoma State closed out the first half with the momentum, but you got to feel like Miami is stealing some of it back. I wouldn't say all of it's back, but they are on a 14-0 run, and they've cut that down to a 4-point lead, and now you got to feel like if Oklahoma State's not careful, if they turn the ball over or maybe go 3 and out, that things could start to fall apart for them.
Yeah, that's absolutely the case. I think that you know, the pressure is going to be there. Just another thing, like I was talking about with Mateo Walker earlier, for Moreland and company, you can't let it get to you here.
Moreland going to start out in the shotgun, getting pressured, and down he goes. Lacey is there along with Daniel Winston. Winston gets credit for the sack, his first of the season, and that's going to be an 8-yard loss on the first play of the second half for OSU.
That was a quick hitter, too. The routes right there were all those curl routes, short curls and long curls on the outside, but there was nobody open. The coverage was this blanket right there, and all Moreland could do was just wait for the big fellas up front to come get him.
Well, we've seen them struggle on 3rd and long. We'll see what they do here. They go with the wide receiver screen, but this defense still too fast as that play doesn't work out for him. Buster Cox only going to pick up a few inches, if that. Going to be 3rd and 16 now for the Cowboys. Nathan Reno picking up his 6th tackle. And a long 3rd down here. This has been deadly for Oklahoma State. They get this one off. They'll throw it to the right, and oh, what a play. Aiden Miller able to get his hands on it and knock that one away. And Oklahoma State is going to be forced to punt.
Oh, great play right there by the freshman. Not a bad pass. It looked like he had a chance, but Miller going to get up in the air and get his hands on that ball. Fantastic effort right there. Going to end that drive quickly, and Miami's going to have good field position.
And the return here again, the 3rd time tonight that Miami is going to start in Oklahoma State's side of the field. You got 3 turnovers for this Oklahoma State defense, but you can't keep giving your opponent field position on your side of the field. Will they be able to get a stop? Pump fake to the outside, trying to go deep on the first play, but that one is covered too well. They try to go after, was that Ryland? I can't see his other number.
I believe that was Wrangler Brown.
Oh, it's Wrangler
Brown.
Okay, I saw the one. I couldn't see the other number. I couldn't tell if it was 11 or 17. Wrangler Brown coming up with the interception, the 4th turnover of the game for this OSU defense.
That'll be the first interception for Wrangler Brown since season 16, where he had 4, and a nice start for his season.
Low snap there for Moreland. He gets it, throws it to the right, little curl route. And Jackson Bugg is going to pick up 11. And a nice first down to start the drive. They went 3 and out, got in a long 3rd down. This time they pick up a first on the first play.
And they've had a lot of success when they've gone with this quick, short passing game. They've really been able to get the ball out quickly and do some things. Obviously, that being a goal here with this defensive line with so much talent.
Pistol formation, 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Moreland just going to check it down to the outside hammer. Nowhere to go. Good coverage there by DJ Sutton coming up with the defensive, or the tackle for loss rather, and it's going to be 2nd and 14.
Yeah, Sutton's an interesting guy. This is his 3rd team in 3 years. Started off at Oregon, made his way to Michigan, now here with Miami, but he has been talented regardless of his location, coming up with a nice play.
So 2nd and 14, and now you got to expect this Miami defense going to pin their ears back and come after him. They're going to hand it off on the draw play. Hammer, not much room to go. He'll pick up 1, And I hate to keep laboring the point, but yet another 3rd and long for OK State.
Yeah, they've seen a lot of them. They're still hitting 50% on 3rd down, which is kind of surprising given how many long ones we've seen out of Oklahoma State tonight.
Receiver coming in motion, and that one is bugged. They're going to look that way. Pump fake to him. Moreland trying to step up, and he gets hit and brought down. Big play there by Mark Morales. We haven't seen his name. Hell, that might be a walk. That's a walk-on coming in and creating plays for Miami.
And with the talent they have on this defensive line, you wouldn't think that the walk-on would get a whole lot of options, but right there, hey, maybe get him a scholarship after that play.
That guy was digging for lunch in the trash can outside of the stadium before the game. Now they gave him a uniform, and look, he's coming in and getting a sack here and ending drives. What is going on? Punt here for Oklahoma State, caught at the 41, and once again, for the 4th time, brought across midfield in Oklahoma State territory.
And you got to keep wondering how long can they keep this up. They got to get this offense restarted here. You can't keep giving Miami these opportunities. Captain
Cook, I'm assuming that is a tip of the cap to us. We appreciate you calling it the ESPN tryouts. Imagine that if we went up on ESPN someday, Ryan.
Nah, I mean, I'm not against it, obviously.
Well, if I'm picking a broadcaster to bring with me, I'm picking you. So we're in this together. If we're going together. 2nd and 6. Pass over the middle. Stiff arm. Picking up extra yards. Tyson Steele out here playing hard. He gets 11.
Oh, great pickup right there. 3 catches, 17 yards. Kind of a quieter night here early on still for Steele, but a good pickup right there and a good job moving the chains.
Tight end coming in motion, pump fake by Walker, going to take another shot towards the end zone, and overthrows it. And a nice attempt there, just a little bit too much mustard on that hot dog, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, just couldn't quite come up with it right there. Coverage was good down there, but it still looked like he had a hole, an opportunity to squeeze that ball in.
Tight end coming in motion now. Ryan going left to right. Walker pump faking to the outside again. They're using that play a lot. Taking another shot for the end zone. Oh, and a jumpy catch. Deuce Bolden with the touchdown.
A huge pass downfield, and Miami, after being down 18, going to take the lead back right here. Extra points going to make it a field goal advantage for the Hurricanes.
Oh, we definitely need to get a clip up in chat for that one. And everybody throwing out the Most. We might need a Most emote in chat. I'm going to work on updating our emotes, but they kept taking that shot. They were trying to get that one-on-one jump ball, and finally they came down with it. Bolden coming up with a huge catch. Now Miami with their first lead since the first quarter, and they're up 31-28 here midway through the 3rd.
Yeah, this was a huge comeback and methodical. You know, it's that whole idea. You can't get it all in one play. Just take your time, and the defense doing their part and ensuring Oklahoma State wasn't able to score.
Oh, this one is almost picked off. Getting his hands on it was Jamal Davis. He saw the end zone, did not bring it in, and almost 6 more for Miami, failing to capitalize on that one. And I'll let Ryan get his breath back after, I'm sure. He probably lost on that one. This one he's just going to throw away. Good coverage downfield, and it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Another 3rd and long, Mike. Like you've been talking about, they put themselves in these situations where they have to convert on 3rd and long. That's just giving this defensive line opportunities to go after the quarterback.
Lacey White said she's going to pick up the defenders and dunk them through the basketball goal if they don't start catching these passes. That one underneath, only a 2-yard pickup, and OK State's going to have to punt.
Yeah, I guess the one bright spot, I guess you got a decent return here, so your punt's going to be a little bit better. But Miami's still going to have a great field position yet again on this next drive.
This one punted down the middle, fielded at the 33, and Blake is not going to be able to get this one near midfield, but it is going to be at the 45. So once again, all night, Miami's come up with great field position. You see that now. They're running away in the yardage on a lot less, 15 less plays. They got almost 150 more yards of offense. 1st and 10 here from the 45. Shotgun for Mateo Walker. Pressure coming. Going to check it down into the flat. Ziegler will get brought down after a gain of 1.
Yeah, good job there. The pressure dialed up. Mateo Walker does a good job of getting rid of the football right there out to his man, but a great job to come up and make the play by that Oklahoma State defense.
2nd and 9 now. 3 receivers top of the screen, 1 receiver bottom of the screen. Walker to pass again. Pressure coming. He's got to get rid of it. Oh, and somehow that was completed. The Delmas Williams, I think of Kyle Connors, turns around and looks a little bit sooner. He might have been able to pick that off.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that might be an interception when the ball was still in the air there, but an easy completion there.
Shotgun 2x2 set. They're going to hand it off on Ziegler. Got to keep the defense honest. And he picks up the first down on 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 going to that draw is kind of a gutsy call, but hey, it's going to work out here. Big pickup, move the chains, and they're over the 50-yard line now.
I love the run there. You got to keep the defense honest. Now they're going to be thinking about it on 3rd downs going forward. Great play call. Another pump fake going for the shot. Oh, and great coverage on the outside. Jake Price there to knock it away.
Yeah, Jake Price having himself a great debut here tonight. Had the big interception earlier. A nice pass breakup right there.
So down to the 43, going to throw a wide receiver screen, and that one was overthrown probably for the best. Ryland and company there, and it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that got dangerous right there. Did not get a lot of separation.
3 down linemen here for the Oklahoma State defense. Only 1 linebacker. Not expecting any kind of run. They won't see one. Walker throwing it to the right. Got a wide open receiver. Jamar Carr for his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They do a great job here just picking in the coverage. They found the hole that they liked. They knew it was going to be there. He's going to fire it out quickly. As you're going to see it right here, Jamar Carr and the safety not in a position to make a play. Going to take it all the way to the house right there. His 2nd touchdown, as you said, Mike. Miami now furthering their lead, their first 2-touchdown advantage in this game.
Miami goes from being down 18 to up by 10. A 28-point run here, or 28-point swing, and now you got to feel like the pressure is definitely shifted over to the defending champs. Moreland as the guy on this team. How does that make you feel as this team?
I mean, it's obviously a little nerve-wracking, but you just got to do the same thing Miami did earlier. You got to stay calm, get back to what was working, those quick hitting passes, take the defensive line out of the game a little bit. Get the ball out of Moreland's hands quickly, take advantage of the talent you have at the wide receiver, and move the football.
Miami up by 170 yards now in off. Moreland going to go, the screen pass, and a one-handed catch picked off to the house. DJ Sutton, listen to Lacey. He gets this one, and another score for the Hurricanes.
And DJ Sutton, the journeyman safety, going to get his 7th interception of his career. One-hander, bringing that one in, taking it all the way back to the house. Miami in full control right now.
Well, the clip is not working, so we're going to have to get these manually. AMK and Silent Ninja, hopefully they're paying attention here and taking notes of when these plays are happening as the clip's not working. But what a run, 35-0 run here for Miami. They now have a 17-point lead. And, I'm not going to keep putting it on Ryan Answer, but you got to feel like Oklahoma State's feeling a little shell-shocked. But as he mentioned on the last one, you just got to keep your head in the game. Miami was down by 18. They've come back, taking a 17-point lead. Oklahoma State still got an opportunity to do the same.
Yeah, I mean, Miami proved earlier in this game it's definitely possible to come back from this moment. It starts here. You got to get the offense moving.
2:42 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Oklahoma State starting at their 25, going to throw a little curl route over the middle, and that one's caught by Richard Satchel, and it's a 1st down.
And this is what I meant, getting back to this quick hitting game they had earlier, hitting a lot of stuff underneath, and the defense willing to give them that. This is what they had success with earlier in the game.
Now they're going to hand it off to Hammer. He gets bottled up in the middle, still on his feet. Finally goes down, showing that Tyson Steele in him. Not going down on the first hit. He will pick up 4.
That's the first thing I thought of as well, Mike, was that Tyson Steele run we saw earlier. Good pickup right there by Hammer, fighting for every yard.
As Pat McAfee would say, some guys just got that dog in them, and Hammer did on that play, as Steele did earlier. This time, Lacey White got that dog in her as she comes up with her 2nd tackle for loss, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, they went to the read option. You're going to see Lacey White just kind of stand there and wait. Candace Navarro will make a first contact, but Lacey White's going to come in to finish it off.
Oklahoma State 6 of 14 on third downs. Not a terrible number, but a lot of third downs tonight and a lot of long third downs. Moreland throws to the right, a little deep post route, and Devontae Hayes catches it in traffic for the first down.
I tell you what a catch. This is a tight window to put the ball to begin with, but a lot of contact the second he catches the ball, stretches out, one-handed snag, brings it in. Wow, what a play by Hayes.
There you go, AMK. Get your clip on that one as well. 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Another one-handed catch, that time in between two defenders. What a play. 1st and 10 now. Moreland dropping back. Blitz coming from the corner. He gets rid of it, and not able to hold on to it was Billy Hendricks.
Yeah, that was disappointing right there if you're at Oklahoma State. You had a nice gain right there to set you up at 2nd and short. Instead, back here at 2nd and 10.
Now to the pistol formation here on 2nd down, but they're going to move Hammer out into the flat. Moreland going to throw it to the right. Oh, that's a legal touching had he caught it. I don't know what that receiver was doing out of bounds, but that was a legal play either way. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
I'm not sure what that route was. Let's go hide for a second and pop out. That's the old peekaboo route.
Yeah, he just ran off the sideline and tried to catch it. 3rd and 10. Blitz coming off the edge again. The corner coming in and making the stop. Caleb Taylor with the sack, and that's going to bring an end to this Oklahoma State drive.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt it from here, obviously. 4th and 18. Great job right there to come off the edge. They're going to send a lot of pressure here on 3rd down, and it's going to work out for them. Not nearly enough time for the routes to develop downfield, and that's something we've seen pretty regularly so far tonight.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. A lot of pressure, especially on 3rd downs coming from Miami, and Oklahoma State having a tough time trying to deal with it. Nice return on the outside. That's Tyrone Blake. Will get 17. So as long as punt return of the night, but not the best field position, although they will start at their own 35.
I was about to say, longest return, worst field position they've had, or at least it feels that way.
Yeah, on punts, I think that might be right. They're going to go a little screen pass to the outside. That one is caught. Williams going to pick up 8, trying to keep this defense honest.
Oh, fantastic blocking downfield right here by Miami, and that's going to set this play up. Gives Williams a lot of room to work with.
8 tackles now for Rudisell, the linebacker joining this team from Pitt, if I remember that correctly. Handoff, trying to go to the outside. Ziegler, just enough for the first down.
Yeah, just enough is right there. Good job getting to the outside and just moving that body forward just a little bit just to get over that yellow line, getting that line to gain moving the chains.
Moreland had me questioning myself. This was actually Rudisell's 2nd season. I knew he came from Pitt. Did I just take last season off? I didn't call any games until the championship game, so I guess I'm forgetting where everybody was and when they moved. But 2nd, that does tell you if you don't spend time in the booth, it's hard to keep those things fresh on your mind. Handoff here. Ziegler going to get stopped for a loss of 1. Rogge coming in his 3rd tackle for a loss, 7th tackle overall.
Yeah, Rogowski does a good job here. He came from the opposite side, moving across the line and coming up to make the tackle right there. Puts him in a tough spot here, 3rd and 11.
They are 6 for 9 on 3rd downs, although this is a long one. We'll figure out, can they convert and can they pull the upset of number 1 and the opening game of season 18? Stick around to find out. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on Twitch. Get those 4s up in chat as we get ready to start the 4th quarter of the Chick-fil-A kickoff. Miami up 45-28 and driving, taking a shot to the right. Oh, and it's caught over the shoulder. Tyson Steele in for a Miami touchdown.
Yeah, right there. I believe it was Micah Jenkins comes over. It looks like he had a play on the ball for Oklahoma State. Looked like he was looking to intercept it, just overplayed it. Going to fall right into the hands of the wide receiver. And another touchdown for Miami here as they're furthering their lead to start the 4th quarter.
What a play by Tyson Steele. We have seen some big plays by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver core. We talked about them in the podcast. We talked about them early in the game. Williams, Bolden, Steele, and Carr have been amazing tonight, and they are a big reason that Miami now has a 24-point lead here in the 4th quarter against the defending champs.
Yeah, I mean, they have been excellent. This wide receiver core has put in a lot of work in this game, and I think that, and you look at the talent they have on defensive line and what they've been able to do in this game, on the other side of the football. That's the big two right there of why Miami has the lead that they have right now.
Well, you know, I said it before when Oklahoma State went up 18, they were up 28-10, if I remember correctly. I was like, hey, you guys don't sleep on these guys. They're good. They know what they're doing. And Miami said, hold my beer. And they have put the clamps down as they are on a 42-0 run against the defending champs. What a performance here by Miami. Oklahoma State going to start throwing this one out to the outside. That's Juani Santos. His first catch, we've seen him on returns, gets his first catch. That's a gain of 3.
Yeah, pick up a 3 right there. And, hey, if you're Oklahoma State right now, getting some of these quick hitters, even if they're just short yardage, has to feel pretty good. Keeping that momentum forward and keeping that defensive line out of the backfield, at least off Moreland for a second.
Joey Cass reminding everybody that one game doesn't make a season. Oklahoma State lost game 1 of season 15 and then went on to win every game the rest of the season. Still won a championship after that, so we'll see how this affects them. Pass to the outside. That one is caught down the sideline. Jackson Bug with a gain of 53.
Huge gain right there. J. Bug getting a 53-yard gain. That'll put him at 83 yards on the night. Great job beating the coverage down there. But the foot race, he's going to get pulled down, but still a big play. And I wanted to point out, I talked about this the other night, Mike. We lost season 1 that year. We didn't lose until week 6, year 2. We lose the championship. We lost week 2 last year.
So, yes.
Championship.
Yeah, one loss does not say anything. As that pass to the left, nice little catch on the sideline. Bug picks up 14. It's going to be 1st and goal. Yeah, we haven't had an undefeated champion in a while. They're pretty rare. And so one loss, somebody was going to lose this game, and we thought it was the top 2 teams, at least in mine and Frosty's estimation. So whoever lost was still, we thought, was going to be in the championship game. So even if Oklahoma State holds on to lose, it doesn't necessarily mean anything, as Hammer fumbles the ball, and fortunately, Gregory Peterson, the walk-on offensive lineman, jumps on top of it. Boy, that was almost disastrous.
That almost like no contact there. I'm not exactly sure how the ball slipped out, but lucky play for Oklahoma State.
Pistol full house. Now they're going to give it to Hammer right up the middle. Easy touchdown for the Cowboys as they cut into this lead, and it's now down to 17.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got a tough road to get back. 7.5 minutes. They're going to go for 2 here to try to help that out. But this was a really impressive drive, either way you cut it.
This would make it a 16-point game, meaning they have 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, but not able to hold on to that. I think that was Bug. I couldn't see the number. But either way, now it's an 18-point game, 7:32 to play in this one. Oklahoma State's defense has 4 turnovers, and they weren't able to capitalize enough and build a big enough lead. It's allowed Miami to get momentum and come back, but boy, does Oklahoma State need another one of those interceptions or turnovers.
No, that would absolutely be huge right here. I mean, a big turnover at this point in the game makes the comeback very manageable. Obviously, if you're Miami, taking care of the football right here has to be a priority.
And Miami's going to pass on the first play, and it looks like a little cross-up with the receiver out there as Walker throws it away. I mean, Brian, if you're in a position where you're leading by 18 in the 4th quarter, don't you want to run the ball?
Yeah, you would think so, especially because Ziegler has had so much success running the football tonight.
Well, now they will run. Read option with Mateo Walker. Haven't seen him run much, but he is very capable, as we see there. Spins over the first down marker, picking up the first.
Yeah, nice pickup right there by Walker. And I'm kind of shocked we haven't seen it more than we have tonight because he's so talented when he gets in the open field.
1st and 10 now from the 35. Play fake. Walker taking a shot deep to the left. Got a wide open receiver. Tyson Steele is going to go to the house. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
Huge play right there. And another strike as Mateo Walker goes over the 500-yard mark in this game. Another big strike, and they'll just basically take that last Oklahoma State score off the scoreboard, at least off the differential, with a big play right there.
What a performance by Mateo Walker. Often gets overlooked when talking about some of the great quarterbacks in the league, even though he is in one. Over 500 yards and 7 touchdowns in the opening game of season 18 against the defending champs. There is not a much bigger statement you can make to kick off the season.
No, I mean, absolutely. You're playing a good defense, especially in that secondary. We talked about the front end not being what it once was, but that secondary very talented, and he's been attacking them all night long. And, you know, obviously he has the interceptions in this game, but he's come up with a lot to love in this game as well.
Well, Mateo Walker putting himself front and center in the Player of the Year conversation tonight. Miami overlooked by some teams. I don't think everybody appreciated how good they were going to be with this receiver core and that defense, but they are making a point for themselves being number one to start the season. Big statement game for the Hurricanes. Oh, and that one is almost picked off. DJ Sutton might be getting dunked by Lacey later on.
I tell you what, it looked like that play was designed for DJ Sutton. I mean, he threw it right into his chest right there.
2nd and 10 now, pistol formation. Hammer goes in motion, and Moreland's going to throw that way and caught stepping out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd and 8, but I'm not even sure that was it.
And Miami dialing up the pressure yet again. They have not been afraid to do that on any down, especially on 3rd downs, which is what they're facing right now.
3rd and 8, where they've struggled all game. That defensive line creating pressure. They got time here. They find a receiver on the outside. Buster Cox picking up 36 down inside the Miami 40.
Yeah, big chunk play right there, and a good job of Buster Cox beating his man off the line, making himself an easy target right there for Moreland, and a big chunk play.
So Oklahoma State, as you would suspect, not giving up despite being down by 25. They got the ball down to the 39-yard line, 6.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Moreland going to check this one down to Hammer, and he'll pick up 5 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Quick pitch out right there. That was a good play, getting a nice pickup of 5 yards. This is something we've seen them have a lot of success with early. It was when they got to the slower developing plays that it really started to slow down for Oklahoma State.
Split backs in the backfield now for Moreland. As he makes an adjustment, he'll drop back, moving around the pocket, and down he goes. And that was Lacey White, her 2nd sack of the season in a Miami uniform, coming up big with another one there.
It looked like he was going to have time to get rid of it, but then all of a sudden Lacey White breaks off of the block. She was just driving him backwards right into Moreland until she got right there, breaks off, and gets the sack.
Yeah, Venom says in chat, 3 undefeated champions since he's been here. Season 11 Oregon, season 12 Notre Dame, season 16 Kentucky. It doesn't happen very often, and Gates getting in there with his 4th sack of the night. And that's going to bring this drive to the end. And Ryan, I hate to say it, but I feel like the fat lady has started her song.
She's warming up at the very least. You're absolutely right. Going to be almost impossible to come back at this point for Oklahoma State. It looks like Miami's going to come away with this one, and I'll tell you what, they have looked really good in this game. You're not going to play mini, Mike, where you can throw 4 interceptions and come away with an impressive victory.
Yeah, I mean, that so much credit to the Miami team, the way they fought back. Mateo Walker throwing 3 interceptions in the first half, falling behind by 18, and just gutting it out, just staying in it, continuing the work, and winds up having a tremendous game. 500 yards, 7 touchdowns so far. Going deep for another one here. That's a jump ball deflected and almost picked off. Look, you're up right now by 25. You just want to run out the clock, get the W. Quit playing with fire.
Yeah, that was a dangerous pass right there. Really lucky that they have the ball right now.
And now they're going to go with the halfback screen. Ziegler got it set up nicely. Lots of room to run. He's out across the 50. Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling for 27.
Yeah, that was a great play call right there. They're going to send the house on this blitz. Mateo Walker does a good job of getting rid of it at the last second. And then there's not, great blocks downfield, but there really wasn't that many people to block. So many people came in on the swarm. It was perfect play calling, perfect timing. That's
the way you like to see halfback screens run. It works to perfection there. They'll stay in the shotgun, not consent, just to try to run this out. And they're going to go read option, and this one is blown up in the backfield. 4-yard loss as Joey Delamano comes up with his 2nd tackle, and it's going to be 2nd and 14.
Yeah, that's another freshman. Joey Delamano does a good job here getting into the backfield, reading and diagnosing the read option very quickly and coming up with it.
So 2nd and 14, 3 receivers to the top of the screen now for Miami. They're going to punt fake, taking another shot downfield, and they hit the defender in the back That was Micah Jenkins, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, try to go again, taking a shot downfield. Another one that was well guarded. If the defender gets his back turned back around, that was a pick.
Walker going to pass again. This time he checks it down, and a huge hit. Oklahoma State not taken nicely to Miami, continuing to throw the ball, and Devin Rudisell makes his displeasure known.
Yeah, not happy with the way this game's gone. Taking his anger out right there on Ziegler, as you said. That will bring this drive to an end. They're going to have to punt here on 4th and 7.
So 4.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, and Miami will punt this one away. Feels like we haven't seen them punt in ages. That one's going to bounce at the 6, go in to the end zone. So 426, 25 points. I don't like your odds, Ryan.
No, they're not good. They're not high right now. Oklahoma State obviously just kind of playing for pride at this point, trying to figure out some things that are going to work going into next week.
Moreland makes an adjustment at the line. Going to throw this one over the middle. Good coverage there by the defense. That was Ryzen Rodriguez in on the coverage. Going to be 2nd and 10 now. Still at the 20-yard line. 25. I think we've seen 25 in the second half. I don't know if we've seen 25 in one quarter. We'll see what Oklahoma State can do. Pass to the left there. Buster Cox tiptoeing on the sideline, picking up 11.
Yeah, nice play right there. Buster Cox on the outside, going to pick up the first down. Moreland over 400 yards in this game in his own right, having himself a good game, but just obviously not enough to come up with a win in this.
Yeah, the defense played really well in the first half as he throws this one. Got a receiver that beats the defense. Caught in no man's land. Devontae Hayes is going to add 50 to his total. He's up to 175.
Yeah, he's had a massive game. This is a career game for Hayes in this one. He has been prolific right now, coming up with another big chunk play, of which he's had quite a few. This one going to put them back in the red zone.
So just like that, Oklahoma State inside the red zone, as Ryan mentioned. We'll see. Can they get a quick score here? Maybe a couple onside kicks. Who knows? Moreland the pass, going to throw it to the right, wide open receiver. Hendricks makes the catch, steps out of bounds with a 3-yard gain.
6 catches, 45 yards, and the touchdown earlier in this one for Hendricks. This one going to be a short pickup, but obviously keeping the ball safe and keeping them moving forward.
3 receivers on only 2 defenders at the top of the screen, but they're going to hand it off to Hammer. I don't like that play call as Gates makes the tackle after pickup of 1, going to be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I would agree with you right there. It looked like they had something brewing on the top end of that play if they would have went for it, but obviously going off with the handoff right there.
2-by-2 set now with the receivers. Moreland getting pressured, can't get the high wire, the halfback screen off. Lacey White coming in with the sack, and that's pretty much been the story of this game. 3rd and long, this defensive line takes over, and Oklahoma State has struggled in those scenarios.
I tell you what, I think that was the 4th or 5th sack I've seen on a screen play for Oklahoma State tonight.
Well, they're going to go for it on 4th and 16. 3rd and 16s haven't worked out. Will 4th and 16 be better? Moreland got a little bit of time, throws it back in the end zone, and it is picked off by Miami. Aiden Miller coming up with the pick. And now I think you can put the GGs up in chat unless Miami comes out throwing on the first play.
Yeah, honestly, the interception there, it feels good. It's going to pad the stats. A little bit of a loss of yardage, though, as they're still going to put them back at the 20.
That's true, as they hand that one off to Ziegler. At that point, you got to pad the stats there. But Miami doing the right thing here, running the ball. Let's get this game over with. You got a 25-point win against the defending champs. That's a heck of a way to start your season.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously now they're going to move into that first place spot, you would have to imagine, at least, with how they played.
Rudisell is angry. I could feel it in the way he played. He is angry about this game.
I can tell you, as a guy that watched him play a lot last year, it's kind of like that all the time. Rudisell just an angry guy anytime he's got the helmet on.
3rd and 9 now, as they are in clock killing mode. We'll hand it off straight up the middle, and that's going to be a first down. Oh, he fumbled the ball, but it is recovered by Miami. Tyson Steele jumps on top of it.
Yeah, Tyson Steele. There was They'll review it here to see if it was a fumble. I thought that might be the case. I thought he could have been down before the fumble, although it doesn't really matter much at this point.
Well, that one looks like he's down. It doesn't really matter either way, but it looks like he's down. So they just says it wasn't a fumble. So no fumble recovery for Steele, no fumble for Ziegler. Other than that, we're right back where we started.
Yeah, it helps Ziegler out when they go back into game film. He's not going to get picked on so hard.
Well, it also helps if you're looking at All-American candidates and you're close with somebody, but you got an extra fumble. That could hurt you.
That's true.
Walker's going to keep it there. He'll pick up 3, and we got a couple plays left before we're out of here. Reminder that we're not done yet. We got one more game tonight. How can we have more action after what we just saw? Well, we do. Boise State traveling to Dallas to take on Alabama in the Cowboy Kickoff Classic. So you guys be sure to tune in for that one at 8:30. Ryan, we'll get out of this one in just a second, as that is the final take. Miami upsets the champs, goes on a 42-0 run at one point, winds up winning this one 59-26. Did I get that right?
I believe that is correct.
Oh, I forgot. It just showed
34.
it. 59-34. That's right. All right. Thank you. Good thing I got a young person in here to help offset the memory loss for my old age. That's going to do it. Again, the final score, Miami 59, Oklahoma State 34. For my broadcast partner, Ryan Moreland, I'm Mike Peters. We appreciate you guys all tuning in, spending your Monday night with us. Again, we'll be back at 8:30 Central Time for Boise State versus Alabama from Arlington, Texas. You guys be sure to tune in for that one. We appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. You've been watching a presentation of the Collegiate Football Simulation League presented by PX1 Sports right here on Twitch. Again, final score 59-34. Miami upsets the champs. We'll see you guys at 8:30 for Boise and Alabama. See you then, guys.